Hey, welcome back to Beer Geek Beer Reviews, and I just recently got home, got everything put away, and wanted to come straight to you with a brand new beer review. Just came out. I just seen the tasting video for it yesterday, and I'm going to bring to you a said beer for said glass. Yes, this happens to be a big 22-ounce glass because of the fact that I'm hiding behind it and you can't even see me talk, blah, 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 blah. But I'm gonna pop two bottles. I'm gonna pop two bottles and put them in there just because of the fact it's a brand new beer. I've been waiting on this. I've been following this. I've seen the label before. I've seen tidbits of tastings, blah, 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 blah. But today I'm introducing to you Samuel Adams Hopscape. This is the brand new seasonal beer. They're coming out with 5 seasonal beers this year. 5. We only got 4 seasons, but at the same time, they're like, well, this is kind of like a Tweezen beer, and I'm going to put it that way. It's a Tweezen beer. So let's go ahead and pop one. Get that underneath there. Um, Man, cap's a little hard to get off. Might be having an issue with my opener, but other than that, let me go ahead and start pouring. And let me give you a little tidbit of information about this beer. From what I have understood to this point, is that this is an unfiltered hoppy white wheat beer. That's just the way that I've taken it. I don't totally know. Get some kind of head on this beer, and maybe it'll overflow, maybe it won't. Oh, there it goes, folks. Look at that. So, without further ado, yes, it has overflown a little, not too much, enough for this video. Man, that smells good. But without saying, as you can see, unfiltered, can't see through it. Big old head on this beer. Loads of carbonation. It's got that nice, almost white ale presence to it. That is from what I've been told, let me move this out the way, is that they used white wheat. And with that said, is it's just making it lighter in color, probably giving it a fuller mouthfeel, making it very drinkable. But let's go ahead and assess as in aromatics. We've already gone through presence of the beer. Tropical fruit notes, lightly hopped, and traditionally smells like a wit beer. But without further ado, first and foremost, drinkability is on high with this beer. Definitely, definitely, definitely drinkable. I'm really getting a malty, like kind of crackery bread crust in the finish. I would assume 2-row pale malt. I would definitely, like I said before, I would throw out there that it's got wheat in it. The hops carry over. I get grassy notes, a little bit of tropical fruit notes. I get a little hint of bitterness. So therefore, on par with what I've heard so far. And if you don't take my notes right and you don't trust those, I believe it was Mr. Jim Cook himself who had made the tasting video for Sam's himself, where he was talking about this being a Tweezen beer. He said there's like 4 seasons, but he was using this as their 5th seasonal beer. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of like that crackery bread crust note is starting to stand out more and more. Um, the tropical fruit notes, I'm getting more along the lines of like a soft, maybe papaya, um, maybe like a little bit of kind of like the bittering notes of a peach, a little bit of a tart note, not so bitter. But the one thing that I do know that is in this beer that stands out as the bittering note is Citra. Um, I'm pretty sure that there's like Cascade, Centennial, Citra. I don't know if there's any Columbus in there, but I do know that there's like they do use Zeus. Uh, I don't think there's any like Autonome or anything like that in there. But this is a fantastic beer. So I would tell everybody at this time, if you don't like the double IPAs, the really over the top, fruity, pungent, resiny. Um, you want a step up from a session IPA. I would definitely give this a try. I will say that this is definitely sessionable, coming in at 5.5% alcohol by volume. But at the same time, I feel that this is best when you're talking more along the lines of the lighter IPAs, the lighter hoppy beers. It's got that hop bitterness, but it's not overbearing. It's got the malt backbone to support all those hops that they're putting into this. But yet it's also got that little bit of the ping on the bitterness because of the fact that it's got that Citra in there, it's got the Columbus in there, it's like I said, it's got Centennial in there. Um, so I would definitely tell you to check it out now. It's only supposed to be available up to somewhere around February. You might see some stragglers around March, but I don't expect this to be around too long. The other seasonal that's out now happens to be, I think it should be out anytime January-ish, which this was supposed to be too, and I was able to get a hold of it here in December. I know this is supposed to be released before now through December into February. You might have some stragglers again in March, but Cold Snap is supposed to also be out. So, take a break within your darker beers, your fall beers, your winter beers, and try to check these out because this is it's a change up. It's a joy. I would say I am pleasantly surprised with this beer, and I will be returning to you again for another said beer. Ha ha ha. In said glass, man. Thanks for joining me. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you disliked it. Hey, if you've had this beer, if you think about it, go out there, try it, get it. Let me know what you guys think. I like your comments, and I will see you guys again later up on the flip side, man. Peace and happy holidays.